It's Nick Chino with you for the Y108 Indie Show. Limblifter is back. The band known for hits like Tinfoil, Vicious, Ariel vs. Lotus, and more. Over a decade since the last record, they got a new album coming out on April the 7th called Pacific Milk, and they're going to be here in Hamilton for a show at This Ain't Hollywood on March the 26th. I have the man behind Limblifter on the line with me, Ryan Dahle. How you doing, Ryan?
Really good, Nick. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So you're just stepping out from a rehearsal?
Yeah, that's right. We Greg McDonald flew out here about 4 or 5 days ago. Our guitar player, he lives in Toronto, and he flew out to Vancouver where we live. And we've been rehearsing for the last 4 or 5 days because we start doing some shows this weekend. We start on Thursday in Vancouver, and then we go to Calgary and Edmonton on Friday, Saturday.
So it's been a long time since Limblifter got together. You guys, you've been working a lot as a producer, and then you made a record with Hawksley Workman and the Mounties. Like, what made you want to return to the Limblifter project?
Yeah, I'd done a solo record in 2009 called Irrational Anthems, which was almost a Limblifter record, but it just kind of sounded too not like Limblifter. It was more experimental, more acoustic, so we decided to call it a solo record. But we had kind of made that record with the intention of releasing it as a Limblifter record. And then I guess for the last couple of years I've been working on Mounties a lot with Steve Bays and Hawksley Workman. So I guess I just haven't had time to finish all the songs that I've been working on over the years. But usually, traditionally, it kind of takes me about 4 years to make a Limblifter record. So I guess we're about on track.
And the lineup of the band has changed a bit over the years. Your brother Kurt used to play drums. Like, who do you have on stage with you for this tour?
This guy named Eric Breitenbach just started playing with us live, which is great because he's been playing in the studio with me a lot. He's a studio drummer and the young, crazy drummer that I've been lucky enough to work with. And I always have lots of drummers around, and it's kind of my favorite thing to do is just have drummers around when I'm writing songs. I can put beats on them really quickly, or I'll just play on them myself. But like I said, Greg McDonald is also in the group, and Megan Bradfield's been playing bass since I guess the third Limblifter record. So she's been in the band for about 12 years or so.
What's the title Pacific Milk mean? Is this like a specific type of product that you can get?
Well, it is. It's a company that has like a milk product out on the West Coast, and so it's kind of can remind people of their childhood. But I guess there's lots of meanings for it. It's a West Coast record. We made it out here, and I don't know. There's something about the Pacific Ocean that really is a big influence.
Right on. We're talking to Ryan Dahle from Limblifter. New album, Pacific Milk, comes out on April 7th, playing here in Hamilton at This Ain't Hollywood on March the 26th. How have you been approaching the set list for this tour? You got all the classic Limblifter tunes. You got the new record. Do you try to kind of cover the whole catalog and make sure every era of the band is represented?
Oh, that's a good question. As we look at all of these records, there's 4 Limblifter records and the solo record that we play music from, so it's become quite a mountain of a catalog to tackle. So I can play all the songs, but having a band rehearsed to be able to play everything is challenging, especially the solo record because it is a lot more diverse. So we just kind of handpicked as many songs that we thought people would like, and at the same time we enjoy playing. And there's a lot of new material. We're really excited to play this new record. It's just sometimes you get finished a record and you attempt to play it, and it can be really challenging. Well, this record is challenging, but it's really enjoyable to play. So that makes it easy to come out and play new music. Plus, we didn't really want to be touring or out on the road too much without having new material. So that's kind of why we're out there. Is we're playing a new record. There's new material, and being able to draw on these old songs is great because it makes people happy because it's familiar songs from everyone's past. It's kind of nice to be able to have those songs to draw from, for sure.
We're talking to Ryan Dahle from Limblifter. Before I let you go, I want to hit you up with some rapid-fire questions. I want you to give me the first thing that comes to your head, okay?
Okay.
All right. West Coast or East Coast?
Ooh, West. I'm from the prairies, actually. I'm from Regina, but we settled out here. I guess I guess because it was easier to get right to the ocean. When you get to the Atlantic Ocean out there, man, it's hard to decide which one's better, that's for sure. I mean, is it lobster or is it crab? I don't know.
Well, why not both?
Yeah, why not both? I mean, we have beautiful coasts in this country that are worth exploring, and if you've never been to them, you got to get to them, right? For sure.
And here in Hamilton, we got the Great Lakes, so there you go.
Which is amazing, too. The lakes of Ontario we've been really enjoying lately because Hawksley lives up in cottage country, so we've rehearsed up there a couple times over the last couple years, and it's incredible to be there.
For sure. Vans or Converse?
Vans.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I wore Chucks to my graduation in grade 12, but I'm wearing Vans right now. I love the whole slip-on situation.
Yeah. Converse are a real pain to put on.
Exactly. You might as well put a work boot on or something.
Ariel or Lotus?
Ooh, I'm a motorbike guy, so I'll take the Ariel.
And Betty or Veronica?
Oh, ooh, that's a good one. I guess Betty.
Yeah, Betty's the good girl. I ask musicians this question a lot, and a lot of musicians say Betty because she's the good girl, but then Veronica, she's the bad girl. She's got attitude.
Yeah, that's true. My girlfriend's a bad girl, so maybe Veronica.
Well, there you go. Maybe Ryan Dahle from Limblifter is a Veronica guy. Right on. Well, thanks so much for chatting with us on the Indie Show, Ryan. Limblifter is going to be here in Hamilton on Thursday, March the 26th at This Ain't Hollywood. New record, Pacific Milk, is out on April the 7th. Thanks a lot, Ryan.
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it.
We're going to spin an older tune, Ariel versus Lotus, on the Indie Show Classic, but here's the latest from Limblifter. This is Dopamine on the Indie Show.